Growing up in suburbia Utah, my childhood was all about playing with the neighbors in our small yards, climbing trees and building forts, and going hiking and hunting with my dad. I was very fortunate to have grown up in such a beautiful place, surrounded by amazing mountains and plenty of gorgeous places to go. The one thing missing from my childhood, however, was a knowledge of food and where it came from. The only things that really grow in Utah are fruit trees and rangeland. I'm embarrassed to admit that I didn't know that potatoes and turnips came out of the ground until I was a teenager. My interest in agriculture peaked about 5 years ago when I moved to a small goat dairy and rabbitry in Nevada City. I was hooked. The fresh eggs with the gorgeous orange yolks, the fresh milk and cheese, growing a huge garden and learning about animal husbandry really struck a chord with me. I didn't know that goat and rabbit meat was so good either. If you haven't tried it, you should. On this little farm, I felt like I was home. I never knew that I would love milking goats so much. It's still probably my favorite thing to do. My love of food quickly developed into a passion for raising the best meat, dairy, and vegetables that life could offer. I decided to travel to Europe to explore farming practices there and worked on farms in Italy, Denmark, and Germany. Some of what I learned includes raising heritage breed pigs and cattle, practicing rotational grazing in the Tuscan forests, learning how to make artisanal salumi and cured meats, making cheese at the organic cow dairy in Germany, learning how pasta is made, milking my first cow and making butter, working the grape harvest, and learning how the best wine I've ever had was made. All of these things became integral to how much I value healthy food from healthy lands and healthy animals. It led me to the path I am on now as an agriculture major at Chico State. I now volunteer to maintain the community garden next to my house in Chico, raise 4 very smart chickens from hatchlings, and just started a backyard rabbitry. It's not much, but it's mine. My animals' health is my top priority. Part of my passion for raising healthy food stems from my knowledge and education of conventional farming practices. Seeing my first confined animal feeding operation, or CAFO, was a shock. The animals cannot even perform their natural behaviors in such confined spaces. A study done by Marine Environmental Research showed that confinement increased stress levels in Nile tilapia, reducing their necessary antioxidant and vital enzyme levels. Another study in applied animal behavior science found that cows exhibited more relaxing behavior when placed in pasture as opposed to confined feedlots. Foster Farms organic hens only have 1 square foot per bird in their hen houses. To quote Joel Salatin, "Folks, this ain't normal. An animal never seeing the light of day isn't normal. A pig that cannot wallow in the mud is not able to do what nature intended it to do. The cow that isn't raised on green pasture where it evolved is not doing exactly what it was designed to do." I have a very strong connection with the animals that I raise, even when I know that they will be my sustenance one day. That makes that connection even more important to me. To raise an animal from a hatchling, piglet, kid, bunny, or calf, and then to be the one to provide it with sunshine, food it was intended to eat, graze green grass, and room to run around in all of its chickenness, pigness, and cowness, that's normal. Thank you for listening to my story.